In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Luka Doncic and how he is able to score so easily on offense. Let's get down, let's check him out because he makes everything look so darn easy. Okay, so coming off of this screen, he gets that switch and then they do quickly switch back. He's able to then do a quick back step for that three. So Kennard comes out and hedges really strong, slightly reaches in, and then those defenders switch back. This defender now is heading towards that right side of Luka Doncic, so he crosses back over, attacking that top foot. He then takes a quick jab towards that player, which backs up man, so that now he can get that step back, and he doesn't exactly have a fast shot, and he doesn't have to when he's able to create this much distance. So Luka Doncic plays in control. He's able to do this by doing quick jab and step backs away from his defenders so that he can get his shot off. Something that we will notice with all amazing players is the fact that they will go towards their left side to pull up for a jump shot if they are right-handed, and vice versa for the left-handed players. He's also very good at being able to use these hesitation moves. Here he does a quick snatch back towards his left side behind his back, and then he does that quick hesitation when he attacks that rim. This all works out so well because when he does the snatch back, he dribbles that ball super high, bringing both hands up. This is extremely important because now that stretches out that defender, and that's what we see here. He then does a quick jab towards that left side, and then he crosses over, attacking that top foot. He was able to establish that top foot because after that snatch back, he did a quick jab towards that left side, which then brought that right or that left foot of that defender up higher so that he can attack that right side and creates that distance to be able to attack that rim. We can see here that he's able to use the change of speed to be able to attack defenses. So coming down in this 2-on-3 situation, he basically is jogging straight up, and then as soon as that defender engages him, he attacks that left side, which then gets him to force the defender to cross his legs. His left leg is in front of his right, which means that as soon as you see that, you need to attack back towards that opposite side. That's what Luka Doncic was able to do because now that player's defender's shoulders are way away from being squared up with you so that you can attack back, and that creates an open lane, 2 dribbles, and of course a 2-footed jump for that dunk. And that all was really made possible because that defender crossed his feet, and then Luka Doncic was able to cross over, attack back away from that direction as that defender was going so that he could attack the rim. Let's not forget that he's very good at these killer crossover jump shots. See, these get your defenders down on their heels. They are trying to figure out what you're about to do, and if you can do that crossover, that little bit of a hop, and then you go into your shot, that gets your defenders down onto their heels because they think that you're about to drive that side or maybe do a quick crossover back towards the left. They kind of go back down onto their heels, and they sometimes will slightly back up, and then you just pull up for your shot. And it's a very easy wide open shot in most cases. Luka Doncic is also really well equipped at using screens. Here he uses that screen perfectly for that really deep three. And what I mean by perfectly is that defender tried to cheat by going underneath that screen. As soon as your defender goes underneath the screen, you need to pull back towards the opposite direction because you're going to have a wide open shot. Sure, you can call him for that moving screen, but guess what? He would have been rolling towards the basket anyways after the screen, so technically they were just nobody was in control of that land, and because of that, Luka Doncic is able to pull up for that three, and really the only way to really stop that from happening is as a defender you go over top of screens and you try to follow your man. Luka Doncic also knows how to post up. Obviously he's got a larger body than some players who will try to defend him down in the post, but the ability for him to use these post moves is of course this right here. When he does this spin move, he gets his left foot on the opposite side of the foot of that defender. That's number one. Number two is when he makes this move, he seals his man with his elbow. That is extremely important. We can see that right here. When he makes this spin move, he's able to lock that elbow essentially on the back arm of Danny Green. Now, bigger players may do this to the shoulder or to the midsection, but he was able to do it at least to the elbow, which then cleared out that player, and he was able to get that floater. And remember, it's not all about scoring yourself. Here he attacks the paint. He collapses the defense. He literally has 3 players around him because it's what looks to be a somewhat of a zone that they're trying to play. And he's able to kick that ball out to the 3-point line because his teammate is wide open. See, the idea is you really want to try to attack the paint as much as possible because that will collapse any man or zone defense. And if you've got some pretty good 3-point shooters out on the perimeter, you can get some easy points. We have to remember that as scorers ourselves, we have to get others involved, because if we don't, then all they need to do as a defensive player or team is to really collapse in on us and take away any options of scoring that we have. So by being able to kick that ball out, make good passes, that opens up the floor for ourselves to be able to attack that basket even more. I hope that this video helps you become a better player. If it does, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.